Hi, in this video, we will learn how to add up a new employee in Xero. So before we start, we should collect our employees' details like name, date of birth, address, phone number, start date, salary information and pay frequency, bank account details, and superannuation information. We should also get their gender, mobile number, and email address because these details are required for processing superannuation payments using the auto super function of Xero. So to enter the employee's personal details, let's go in the payroll menu and click on employees and then select new employee and then add up new employee. Should get their first name, middle name is optional, and the last name. Date of birth, job title is optional as well. Should select in the gender. In the address bar, you can search the address automatically or you can just enter the address manually. In this instance, let's try to search the address. Then click enter in mobile number and email address. Email address is also used if you will invite the employee to Zero Me so that they can um, submit their timesheets and view their payslips and request for the leaves. Emergency contact is also optional. So if you have an emergency contact for the employee, you can save it in here as well. Then just click on save. And then next, we will need in to add the employment and the superannuation details. So click on the employment tab. Okay, under the employment details, you will need to select either if the employee is an employee or a contractor. So in this instance, this is an employee. We need to select the income type. So there is a drop-down menu in here wherein you should select what type of income does that employee have. So in this instance, it's salary and wages. We will also select in the employment basis. So let's select in full time. Let's say the start date is at the 1st of November. Classification, if you have included it in the payslips, then you should enter the classification in here, but it is only an optional one. So payroll calendar, it depends upon the payroll calendar that you currently have. So let's say, for example, this is a weekly calendar because we are paying her in a weekly basis. Employee group is optional. Holiday group is optional as well. So there are no employee group assigned in this demo company, and holiday group is where the employee resides. So in this instance, it's New South Wales. Ordinary earnings rate, we should select an ordinary earnings rate so that we can save the template, the pay template for future reference as well. So in this case, it's ordinary hours. You can also have give the authorization to approve leave and approve timesheets. But in this instance, I will not give any authorization for this demo. We also have to select the superannuation membership. So let's say, for example, it's for HESTA. Then just click in and add, and then click on save. And then we need to enter tax details and file them with the ATO. So because this is a demo one, we can only save, but we should enter the tax file number. There are also tax exemptions in here. If the employee is a pensioner, if the employee is under 18, if the employee does not provide their TFN declaration, or if we are awaiting TFN declaration from them. So it's either they have applied for, they have made inquiry about, or um they are still waiting on their tax file number. So in this instance, let's just click on the awaiting TFN. But if it's not, if you have the TFN declaration for your employee, you can actually uh, enter it in here. So yeah, so it's an invalid. You can double check here if the TFN is valid or not. So in this instance, I will just select in the awaiting TFN. Then you need to select the residency status for tax purposes. So for this, it's Australian resident. So you need to also select the tax scale. Usually they're regular. And you will select if they are claiming the tax-free threshold, if they have the study or training loans, or if they have other tax offset, and if they wanted to increase the amount of tax withheld each of their pay period. You will also select in here if they are eligible for leave loading. Then after that, you can save and file now, but in this demo company, we will only save this. Adding up leave. Please be informed that leave credits are only allowed for full-time and part-time employees. So we can assign a default leave types. This is a default leave types for zero. So it will assign an annual leave and a personal sick leave automatically. And then for the bank accounts, so we can say here is for the wages, and then the account name of the employee, and the BSB number. When you type in the BSB number, it will show you in here the bank and the branch of that bank payment. So of that bank account details. So you can also double check in here if you have entered the correct BSB or not. And then just click on save. You can also add another bank account. So you can add up to 4 bank accounts in here, and then just have the percentage assigned each bank account for each employee. Payslips are can be seen in this payslip tab, but because this is a new employee, there are no payslips available. So for pay template, this can help you in setting up the payroll every week. So we can add in up an earnings line, which is the ordinary hours. It can be it can be on a rate basis, on an hourly rate basis, or you can also enter in an annual salary. So say for example, this employee is having an annual salary of $50,000. Working in 38 hours per week. So you just need to enter the 38 hours per week, and then an annual salary of $50,000. And then add in the superannuation line. So the superannuation line is the statutory rate, and then click on save. So when you go in the employees, you will see that your new employee has been set up in Xero. So there you go. Thank you so much.